Hey everybody, welcome to Visual Communication to Media. My name is Adam Rozeski. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you. Welcome to term 2 of your spring quarter. I'm excited to have you all here, and you're probably asking yourself, what is visual communication? Why am I taking this, and why is it relevant to my course and the way I do things? Well, surprisingly enough, you have to realize that we speak visually more than we do audibly. We actually do it 80% more of the time. We don't realize it a lot of ways. We do it by writing, we do it by reading, we do it by drawing, we do it by research, we show it through data, numbers, we show it through visuals, artistic elements, drawings, designs, billboards, advertisements, videos, movies, video games, so much more. Visuals are communicated in everything. We even do it down to our own personal levels based upon our facial recognition, our facial expressions, and our body language and how we look at things and how we determine things. Even though we might say something, we're telling something off based upon visuals. Visuals are used everywhere through signs, symbols, logos, graphics, elements. Every visual has a purpose. Every color has a meaning. Every line has a matter. And you'd probably be wondering, how does this tie to your industry? For example, the different types of codes as a nurse. Those are all different colors and different coordinates and different alarms that you have to deal with and procedures that follow based upon the code that you run into. Visuals matter, and how they're built and communicated properly really matters no matter what industry you're in. And that's what I'm going to help you out this quarter, and I'm really excited to bring this to you, and I'm really happy. But just a little bit of background, you can call me Adam. You don't have to worry about Professor Mrozeski or Mr. Mrozeski. I appreciate it, but we're all adults here, so you can call me Adam, and that's fine. Just give you all a heads up of what I've done. I started all sorts of odd jobs in my days. Went to Penn State to play hockey and became a mechanical engineer. Got my associate's degree, and then tore my knee out right before I was starting to get to Division II, Division I. And then I came home. My brother had brain surgery. I took a break from school, tried to refocus, little thing, worked in the airlines for my dad, but I was a big competitive gamer. Played a lot of Gran Turismo growing up. With tournaments and esports before esports became a thing. Star Wars Battlefront 2, and tons of MMOs like Star Wars Galaxies, World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings, Aeon, Star Wars The Old Republic. I was big in competing with them all, but I wanted to do more. I wanted to be a part of the industry in some way, shape, or form, so I ended up getting my bachelor's in entertainment business from UCF. And then I got my 2 master's degrees from Full Sail in game design and project management. Worked for a ton of different game companies and started my own. I worked for GP Games, Activision, EA as a producer, designer, tester, and analyst. Then I started to become my own director at some smaller studios. I worked at Universal as well for to pick up my management chops and kind of help with my people skills. And then I ended up going into finishing some other new companies and helping them out with their production management. And then I ended up becoming a senior producer and a senior director for a company called Mass Virtual that did military VR systems for airplanes and different types of fighter jets. And now I teach for a full time. I got tired of doing the 80-hour work week, and now I teach and run the game design program at a local high school. I also run a project management consultant business, and I've been teaching this for 10 years, going on in Rasmussen. So yeah, I've done a lot, worked on a lot. That's actually about around 50 games and 30 military projects. But overall, I've bounced around, done a lot of good things. But just to give you all a heads up, I have, we'll talk about what we can in first lecture. However, I have 3 different types of assignments. I have discussions, written assignments, and live lecture assignments. My discussions, they're always due on Tuesdays for initial post, reply post Saturday. Final day is May 20th, so that's a Friday, or June 20th. I'm sorry, not May 20th. That's definitely wrong. So it should be June 20th on there. My apologies for the typo. So your final days are on June 20th. So keep that in mind. Not May 20th. I apologize. So all work needs to be turned in by June 20th. Now note, week 1 for your discussion post, since we don't have a Tuesday, both posts are going to be due Saturday night. So keep that in mind, all right? And then written assignments, they're always due on Sunday. Final day also June as well. Now, I also have live lectures. My live lectures will always be on Monday each week from 5 p.m. Central to 6 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. Except for week 1, it's going to be on Thursday, which will be at the same time. 5 p.m. Central if you're on Central, 6 p.m. Eastern if you're on Eastern time. I'm on Florida time, so I live on the East Coast by Daytona. So I always run on Eastern time. So that's why if you notice A lot of my stuff online says like the turn-ins are like 1 in the morning if you're on the East Coast, or a lot of my meetings maybe like an hour before or something. That's because I live on the East Coast and my deadlines are kind of on that element. Even though I do everything from Central Time, for a deadline I still post my stuff on East Coast. But it's okay. I understand. I work 3 jobs myself. I got 2 kids. One's graduating high school this week and everything, or this month, so it's going to be a little bit crazy. Things happen, and I know there's a lot of things that go down. If you can't make it to lecture, that's okay. I have recordings. Now, this is really super important. This is the one thing that I don't forgive in this class and everything, is your live lecture, because it's tied to your attendance, okay? And this is how you record your attendance. So these are pass-fail. They have to be done on Sunday each week, all right? Unless there's a super emergency and you need to contact me, they automatically turn to a 0 if you do not have them turned in by the end of the night, Sunday night. So please make sure you do this. I will show you how to fill out your live lecture assignment on Thursday when we have lecture. I always go over the assignment examples and the live lectures, and everything goes by the end of the class each week. So please keep that in mind. Now, do keep in mind also that each of these live lectures are 5 points. It may seem small, but if you miss 6 of them, that's 30 points, and that can get you from a B to an A, or a C to a B, or even from an F to a D. Those 30 points matter, so please make sure you get those turned in. Don't mess those up since they're pass-fail, and make sure you turn them in on time, because you can't turn them in late since they're tied to your attendance. You need to have them turned in. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. We'll talk about it during lecture and go from there. Now, class expectations. I keep in mind, except for week 1, every assignment that's late will be 5% of the grade. Each day that's late, 7 days, automatically gives 0. Now, do keep in mind, I like thorough discussion posts. I've seen a lot of discussion posts where people just answer 1 sentence or just a couple words, and that's not a rules. We have a lot of analytical assignments, so each of your discussion posts have to be at least 2 paragraphs long, in your initial and your reply post, and at least minimum of 4 sentences. And be thorough in your discussions, okay? We do a lot of analytical work, so you have to back up your answers with reasoning and examples to showcase why your answers are correct or not, and that's really big on those things. So make sure you do this. And also be thorough on your discussions of the fact that you're also giving feedback to your classmate. The more you give, the more they can act on that. So that really helps out, whether it be constructive criticism or if it's positive feedback. That's all that matters to me. And then the biggest thing, 2 rules I have, is just discover and have fun. I mean, visual communication connects everywhere. And see how you can tie this information to the industry that you're going in. And that's really what matters. Other than that, that's all I got. Hope to see everybody for lecture on Thursday. Really excited to have y'all here for class. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Other than that, be safe, have fun, enjoy. See everybody for lecture at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. And I'll show you around all the assignments. I'll show you around all the team sections. I'll show you how to turn in your lecture assignments. Everything goes on there. Please come on down for the lecture. We have a lot of discussions during lecture. It's not like a normal lecture that you would think just reading off slides. We actually do some group work. But that's all I got. So hope to see everybody for lecture on Thursday. Take it easy. It's nice to meet each and every one of you. And hope you all have a great week. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.